Hello and welcome back to Toronto FC Fan TV. And before we start the video, I'd like to apologize. If you can hear my voice, it might sound a bit different because I'm deathly ill right now. Terrible cold. And yeah, so I apologize if I cough. I'll try my best not to, but just to let you guys know. So, this is a playoff prediction video for the 2020 MLS playoffs. And let's get right into it. Bit different, usually I do reactions, but this is more structured and thought out video. So, for the first game in the play-in playoff series, it's New England versus Montreal. I got New England. They're going to take on Montreal, beat them. Montreal's defense is just too weak. Montreal, well, their defense, they don't work well together. They don't communicate. I got New England. They're a decently well-rounded team. They'll beat Montreal. Shouldn't be much of a problem, in fact. Now, I got Nashville versus Miami. Again, Miami, same with Montreal. They have weak defenses, not strong at all. They really need to strengthen in this kind of transfer window. They need to strengthen their defense because as it stands right now, it's nothing special. It won't get them far. So I got Nashville beating Miami. Now we're going to move over to the West, and my first game I'm predicting is Kansas versus San Jose Earthquakes. I got Kansas City taking them, no problem. Because San Jose, they have the worst defense in the league. Most goals conceded. And you're taking that defense against a team like Kansas, it ain't going well for you. It just isn't Earthquakes, I'm sorry. Kansas City are going to take that game, no problem. Now Minnesota, I think they'll beat Colorado. There's not much to separate the two. Minnesota, they did beat Colorado in late October. I think they can do it again in these playoffs. We'll have to see, though. I got both Portland and Seattle going through. Portland, they score goals for fun, man. Valeri, he is a quality forward. One of the best in the league. He can score, he can create, he even can pass very well in the midfield and dominate possession. I got Portland going through that game against Houston, no problem. Sorry, Dallas, no problem. Now, I got Seattle also go through, obviously, against LAFC. Although LAFC's offense is lethal, it's a lethal machine, even better than Portland's, with Vela back as well. Just Seattle's defense is too good, and their offense, although I would put my money on Seattle's offense not being able to outscore LAFC's, but their defense, it will be able to shut down that offense, no problem. So yeah, I'm going to have Seattle and Portland moving through. They'll put up for a good derby in the next round. Good playoff derby. So now going over to the East now, we have Philly. They're going to smash New England, no problem. Destroy them. Philly are 8 games undefeated against New England. You got to go a long way back to find the last time New England could even get close to beating them. So yeah, Philly shouldn't have a problem. Best team in the league. They should destroy them. Now, this is a bit of a different one, interesting one. I got NYCFC. They're going to edge out Orlando. They're a good team. They're both really good teams. Although Orlando did finish higher and will have the home field advantage, they're without Nanny. He got suspended in the second last game of the season. So it's going to be tough for them, losing one of their best players, a great winger. I think New York, they're a good team. They should be able to edge out Orlando in this game. Now, this will be a good game. Columbus versus New York Red Bull. Red Bull have a good attack, but their defense isn't all together, man. It's good on their day, but their day doesn't come too often. They gotta really get better at their defense, as do a lot of teams in the MLS. So I'm going to put my money on Columbus to go out and win this game. Now, got TFCS, Toronto versus Nashville. We're just a better all-around team. This isn't even biased here, but I think even a lot of Nashville fans would agree. We're the better team than Nashville. Pozuelo, he should be able to run the game, control the pace, control what happens. Similar to what he did against DC United last season, the first game of the playoffs. He just kind of decided, yep, this is my game. We're going to play by my rules. So yeah, TFC over Nashville, no problem. Now, we're going on to the next round, the conference semifinals. We're going back to the West. Kansas will dominate Minnesota. They will destroy them. They're way better. They always control possession against them every game they play against each other. They don't necessarily win like 5-4-0, but it's always at least a 1-2-0 controlled game. Like, even though they don't score tons of goals, it's always a convincing performance. So Kansas will win that one. Now, this is going to trigger Portland fans, but Sounders over the Timbers. Seattle are great in the playoffs. Although I think this could very well go to extra time because these are two really good teams. Not much separated them in the regular season this season. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with Seattle. Even though they both have good offenses, I'd say Portland's a bit better. Seattle's defense is quite a bit better than Portland's. So I'm going to give Seattle the win here. Now, going over to the East. Philly are too good for New York. I think they'll be able to take New York. They'll play their own style, and they'll be able to beat them. Although New York are a good team, they can put Philadelphia for a run for their money. Philly should be able to take them out, no problem. Now, pardon me. I got TFC will get past Columbus. Yeah, Piatti should be back by then. This is the time that our injury players are supposed to come back. Like between these two games, this and the semifinals of the conference finals. Oh, sorry, the first round. And so I think Piatti will come back. He's a great winger. His technical ability and dribbling is really good. And remember, we played them early in the season, and when we had Piatti back and with Pozuelo, it was a lethal combination. We took out Columbus, no problem. 3-1 with that game. So yeah, now going over to the conference finals of the West. Seattle, they're going to shock Kansas like they did with LAFC last season. I'm saying they're going back-to-back to the finals this year. They will shock them. Seattle's defense is really good. I cannot stress that enough. A Sounders defense is, well, sound. So yeah, I'm going to have to put Seattle. They're going to the finals again. But yeah, Kansas, I think I might be underdogs here. Obviously, Seattle have more experience. They've been here before, number 2 versus number 1. So I'm going to have to put Seattle over Kansas here. Now, TFC versus Philadelphia. 5-0. But people seem to forget that we beat them 2-1 earlier in the season. Sure, not as many goals, but we controlled that game very well. Because this is the game. This game is when we're going to have basically our full squad back. Full strength again. We're going to have Altidore, Piatti, Mavinga, Larea, Bradley, Osorio. All those players should be healthy again. And with Westberg and our defense playing fully functional again, I think we should be able to contain their attack like we did earlier in the season. And we should be able to put goals past them, no problem. Especially with Osorio and Pozuelo playing together. They can create a lot for the likes of Piatti, Altidore, Akinola. Should be a good game. I'm going to be biased here and say Toronto will get the victory. So it's a bit of a cliche, but these two playing in the MLS Cup final again. Toronto versus Seattle. MLS Cup rematch, boys. 4th final between these two teams in 5 years. So TSC, they're stronger this year. No doubt about it. We're more experienced. We've learned from mistakes of last season. We had a better season this season than last season, in my opinion. And so, yeah, I think we should be able to do well. Piatti's better than Benazet, in my opinion. He's a big upgrade. In my opinion, these are the two best goalkeepers in the league. Undisputed. Westberg and Fry, they're the best goalies. No doubt about it. Their ability to basically, they don't always catch it, but they'll hit it down right to their body and not let anybody get any scraps. And they're great at full-blooded shot stopping. So now, yeah, this could go either way. I think this is going to be one of the most open finals. Last year was pretty open. Neither team really dominated, but they just took their chance at Seattle, and they deservedly won that game. So, yeah, Pozuelo and Piatti together, though, I love that combination. Together, I didn't think it'd be as good as it was, but they play excellently together. Piatti might not always get so many goals, but they both can dribble very well and pass well. So they give it to each other very well and link up play and bring us forward quite well. Our defense is really good. These are two strong defenses. I think Toronto will have revenge this year. We'll go on to the MLS Cup. We'll win it this time. Revenge from last season, second cup. Same as 2017-16. We lose the 1 year against them, and then we'll beat them next. So yeah, those are my predictions. Toronto FC, MLS Cup champions 2020. That's my prediction. Very biased, I know, but yeah. So, thank you for watching. This has been Toronto FC Fan TV, and see ya.